Hi, this is Chef Remy. Today I'm bringing you California rolls. Two different ways to make it, outside and inside roll. You're going to need a roller like that one. Also, Nori Seaweed Sushi paper. Not that hard to find. A little bit of sugar, some salt, some pickled ginger, rice vinegar, toasted sesame seeds, wasabi in a tube and also in a powdered form, soy sauce, and sweet rice or sticky rice, imitation crab, fish roe or fish eggs, avocado, daikon radish, cucumber, and carrot. Let's get started. Let me show you the roller. You can take a roller and cover it with some saran wrap, cling wrap, just like that, or put it inside one of those gallon bags, a Ziploc bag. Now here's fish roe. You can find it in an Oriental store, and you're not going to need that much. This is going to be put on the rice a little bit later on. You'll see that in the video. But let's get it ready. Put it back in the freezer, and this you leave out. Alright, imitation crab. It comes this way. It comes many ways. Try to get this type here. You have to pull the little individual wrapping off of each piece and give it a cut like I'm doing right here in this video, and then put it away in a little bowl in your refrigerator until you have everything ready to go. You know I like to have everything in bowls so that you don't have to scramble around looking for something. Avocado, you have two types, the Hass and the Florida avocado, which has a little less taste and it's a little softer. I kind of like the Hass for sushi because it has more of an intense flavor and easier to handle. Costs a little more though. Anyway, this is how you peel it. Take the seed out, get your finger underneath the peel there, pull it off, flip it over, and make some little thin cuts. Put those in a bowl and keep them in the refrigerator until you're ready to go. Now this is all assuming that you do the rice first. I'll show you how to do the rice in a minute. Daikon radish. You're going to find that in an Oriental store usually. Give it a peel like this. So you cut it down and then gather it up and put that in a little bowl. Now again, another potato peeler. You use it on a carrot just like that. Gather it up and put that in a bowl. Just like that. We're getting there. A lot of steps. Cucumber. Half a cucumber. See right there where the seeds are in the middle? So work your way around the seeds. We don't want the seeds. You can eat that center piece later. But this is what we want to do. You see, we want to cut it in strips just like that. And put that away in a bowl in the refrigerator. Here's our sticky rice. Okay, now that's what the bag looks like. They call it glutinous rice, sticky rice, sushi rice, got a lot of names. So we take 2 cups of water and 1 teaspoon of salt. We mix it up a little bit and bring it up to a boil. When it's boiling, then go ahead and put 1 cup of the sticky rice in there. Give it a stir. Bring it back to a boil. Let it boil for at least 10 minutes. And then turn the heat way, way down, almost to where you can't see the flames, on a very low setting. Cover it, and after maybe 5 minutes, turn the heat off, let it sit covered, and when you open it up, it's going to look like this. And stir it up this way. See, kind of crisscross, and then lift it up, turn it around. And we're going to refrigerate that for a couple of hours. And then we're going to make a little sauce that's going to blend into it to give it that nice sushi rice taste. Here we go with the sauce. 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, and we're going to start with that. I'm going to put that in little bowls, and I'll show you how to mix it up. 2 teaspoons of sugar and 1 teaspoon, or a little less than that maybe, because we already put some salt in it. Okay, so here comes the vinegar, the 2 teaspoons of sugar, and the 1 teaspoon of salt, or almost 1 teaspoon. Just whip it up a little bit and pour it right onto the rice, and then mix it up throughout the rice. Put that back in the refrigerator, and we're ready to go. A couple of more touches. Let's take some sesame seed, put that away, cover it up like so. Get that ready. That's going to be at the very end anyway. Wasabi, same thing. This is going to be at the very end. Either the tube type, which is okay, or the powder. Let me show you mixing up the powder. First we're going to take, say, a couple of teaspoons of powder, a little bit of water, maybe a little more than that. Give it a stir until it kind of forms a nice little ball, and let it sit for a while so the water gets all through it and it's kind of a paste. Ginger, pickled ginger, find that in an Oriental store. And soy sauce, get a really good brand. You'll find that they have different tastes, so get the one you like. So we have that ready to go. Let's get started. Here we have our nori seaweed paper, our sesame seed, the fish roe, the rice, the crab, the cucumber, the daikon radish, and of course the avocado and the carrot. We put our rice down first, like so, and this is where the paper is going to be on the outside, so we don't worry about covering up the roller. And we put in our avocado and our carrot and just go right down the line adding things. When we roll all this up, then the paper is going to be on the outside of the roll, and this is going to be a little bit easier to do than the next version I'm going to be showing you, where the rice is on the outside. That one takes a little bit more practice. And make sure that you have a very sharp knife that's wetted down a little bit to cut this up and set it up for the final display. There's a little bit of toasted sesame seed and a little bit of fish roe. You can put that in there. There may be other vegetables you could put in there too if you wanted. Okay, there's our fish roe, fish eggs. Spread it out a little bit, and let's roll it up, just like rolling up a big cigar, let's say. Here we go. Just kind of tuck it in, pull back a little bit like that. See the paper? Okay. Even more. Tuck it in real good. And then pull it over to the other end of the sheet, like so. You'll see here in a second. Got my fingers in some water, and I'm going to wet the paper so that it sticks to itself, like so. Okay, here we go now. Pull it back and then roll. And then finally you have the last little bit to do there. Just kind of roll it up and tighten it up a little bit, and then let it out of the roller, and we'll get ready to cut it. Down the middle first, and then you got 2 halves. Each half is going to have 1/3 of a cut. You could put them side by side and cut them once you get a little practice. But we're going to do about 1/3 and 1/3, like so. Maybe that's a little too short. When we display it, we could put the short ones in the front. Alright, there you go. See? Short ones in the front we can put a little wasabi and some soy sauce and have a little ginger in our mouth to clear our mouth. Okay, here's the other way now. We're going to spread this rice out like so and then flip it over, and notice that I have covered the roller because we don't want the rice getting on the roller. And again, we're going to put all our veggies and our crab on there just like in the other method, like that. And this one takes a little bit more skill. It's a little bit bigger, it's a little bit fatter, and you may have to practice this a few times. Even I had to practice. I did it once or twice and I didn't do so well. You know, it's been years since I've had to do this. So you'll have to practice. Now, there's a little bit of mayonnaise, by the way. I'm not quite sure if the Japanese do that or not, but anyway, it kind of tastes good. Put a little bit of salt and pepper on it. Okay. Like this. A little sea salt, you know. Kind of. There you go. A little bit of pepper. And we're ready to roll. Let's take some soy sauce. See? Paint it on like I'm doing there. And now, watch this carefully. We just kind of come over a little bit and then go around to the other side. I'll just turn the whole thing around like that, make it easier to see. And pull it over. Okay, don't quite tighten it yet. Make sure it's joined. And then now you can kind of grab the paper and squeeze it a little bit. Not too much. You could even give it certain shapes. It could be square, it could be heart-shaped. You know, do your own thing there. Here, this kind of came out a little bit flat, sort of wedgy maybe. And cut it down the middle just like we did the other, and then thirds. Here you're going to use a knife that's very wet. Keep the rice from sticking. Like so, and we're almost done. Not too bad. The more you do this, the faster you can work, the more you can make. And it's just wonderful to make your own. And you notice we didn't have that many ingredients. It's not that expensive. Here we go with the sesame seed on top and a little bit of the fish roe. Kind of color it a little bit with that fish roe. You see? And then we have our little table there with the setup. The setup is the wasabi and the soy sauce. And there you have it. Well, thanks for watching. This is Chef Remy. Bye-bye.